Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Everything that happens, happens as it should. And if you observe carefully, you will find this to be so." You're alive right now because everything, every loss, every success, every heartbreak, every detour, every moment of laughter, and every moment of pain happened exactly as it needed to. Not one thread is out of place in the great tapestry of your life. Right now, you might be doubting that. You might feel stuck. You might feel like the good things are too far away and the bad things never left. But let me say this clearly. You are closer than you think. Closer to clarity. Closer to peace. Closer to the version of you that you've been waiting for. The universe doesn't waste pain. It doesn't waste time. It doesn't waste anything. Everything is used. Everything is shaping you. Everything is unfolding. Even the moments you wish had never happened were necessary. Not because the pain was fair, but because you are still here, and that means the pain didn't win. Sometimes life breaks us so that we can finally look in a direction we've ignored for too long. Sometimes we lose everything to realize we never needed most of it. Sometimes we reach rock bottom, only to find that the foundation we've landed on is stronger than anything we've stood on before. You think you're far, but you're not. You're not behind. You're becoming. You're not late. You're right on time. You're just in the part of the story where it hasn't all made sense yet. That's okay. Let's talk about transformation. Not the overnight kind, the slow kind, the real kind. The kind that happens when you're not looking, when you're tired, when you're doubting, when you're in the middle of a season that seems to drag on forever. That's where you grow. Not in the applause, not in the victories, but in the quiet, in the stillness, in the almosts, in the "I don't know if I can do this anymore" moments. Growth isn't obvious, not right away, but it shows up eventually. It shows up when you don't react the way you used to. It shows up when you say no to the thing that once destroyed you. It shows up when you finally stop chasing validation. It shows up when peace becomes more important than proving your point, and suddenly you realize you've changed. You've become something stronger, something softer, something wiser, something you. That's not small. That's everything. Right now, you might not see the light at the end of the tunnel. But if you keep walking, if you keep trusting that even the darkest path leads somewhere, you'll find that the light was never at the end. It was always inside you, waiting to be remembered. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to question. You are allowed to feel like you've been running in circles, but you are not allowed to give up on yourself. Because you don't know what's just around the corner. You don't know how close you really are. You don't know what's already in motion, behind the scenes, lining up to meet you at the perfect time. Things change. People change. You change. And sometimes, when nothing seems to be happening on the outside, everything is happening on the inside. That's preparation. That's incubation. That's divine timing. Most people give up right before their life was about to change, but you won't. Because even if you don't feel ready, you're already becoming the person who is. Even if you don't feel strong, you've already survived the days you swore would break you. You're not behind. You're becoming. You're not broken. You're rebuilding. You're not stuck. You're being shown a better way. And all of this, it matters more than you know. Let me ask you something. What if you could see your life from a future point in time? What if you looked back from 10 years ahead and smiled? What if you realized that this moment, this exact one, was the turning point? What if the pain you feel now becomes the exact story that helps someone else later? What if the confusion you feel today becomes the wisdom you'll share tomorrow? What if you stopped asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and started asking, "What is this building in me?" Because life doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. Every loss, a redirection. Every delay, a lesson in patience. Every betrayal, a call to choose yourself. Every ending, a disguised beginning. And once you start seeing it that way, everything changes. Your past becomes your teacher. Your future becomes your companion. And the present, this very moment, becomes a sacred space of becoming. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. You are unfolding, just like you were meant to. If you're still listening, it's because something in you already knows this is true, that things can change, that hope is real, that beauty still exists, even if it's buried under 1,000 distractions. And here's the truth. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need the whole path. You just need the next step and the willingness to take it. Clarity is not a lightning strike. It's a whisper, a nudge, a gentle pull toward the next right thing. And guess what? Even if you get it wrong, you'll be redirected. Life has a way of rerouting us to exactly where we're meant to be, even if the road is long, even if it's messy, even if we have no idea what we're doing. Because purpose is not a destination. It's a direction, and you're already walking in it. You are closer than you think, closer to joy, closer to love, closer to the peace you've been searching for, even now, especially now. Let go of the idea that your life needs to look a certain way by a certain age. Let go of the comparison, the shame, the lies that say you've missed your moment. Your moment is now. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It doesn't matter what you've lost. It doesn't matter how long it's taken. You're still becoming. You're still rising. And the best part, you're doing it as you. Not a version you had to fake. Not a mask you had to wear. But you, real, raw, honest, and enough. The version of you who gets to be happy. The version of you who chooses softness. The version of you who forgives the past. The version of you who moves forward anyway. So here's the final reminder. You're not broken. You're blooming. You're not lost. You're learning. You're not late. You're right on time. You're closer than you think. Closer than ever. And your life is just beginning. Subscribe for more and have a blessed day.